Hey guys, what is up? I am remaking the Phrogramming to programming tutorial, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have probably seen this on the link that just slid across the bottom. That's my old channel, but I'm going to be remaking it on this new channel with hopefully a better quality, seeming as I'm now 12. When I was 8 when I first recorded this. Here's another link that probably just slid across. That's just to get to the Phrogram site. You can also just search it in Google and click the first result. It's pretty simple. Now, basically, the whole reason I'm recreating this is because I did get quite a few views on it, and I noticed that there's not a lot of other tutorials out there like it, so I figured I'd give you guys a help because I knew when I was learning it, it was a pain to have to read through a book. But I guess it pays off in the end. Not really, but I guess. So the first thing you want to do is try Phrogram. Now you don't have to really worry about all this stuff, seeming as like you haven't learned it yet. Once you have, you can check out some of this stuff, and if you really like it, you can buy it. But we're gonna try it because I upgraded my desktop and I don't use my old laptop anymore, so I might buy it later. Verify your email address and then select your country and send the download link, which that will give you a link that will send you to a spot that where you can download it, and it'll also give you a key that you have to enter in order to download it. But we're not learning how to download in this. If you need to know, just comment, but I doubt anyone does. So Alt Tab to get to my program. And today we're going to be learning something really simple, just how to do the basic hello world. And I'll show you the final result right here. Hello world, that's all it does. But we're going to be leading up to a game where you are piloting a plane and the arrow keys will determine where you go, and we'll add enemies as we go along. So, starting off, some things that will help you, if you already know this, is JavaScript or HTML or anything like that. Definitely, I'm going to be referencing to some of it, not actually calling out code, but just kind of relating to it. So if you don't know those, I recommend learning this first. But if you already know those and want to learn this, which I have no idea why you would, then you can check this out. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new program, and I've already done that, but you just go up here and do File, New, and it will give you a basic template. I added in this hello world, but just to kind of sum it up, program is basically your shell that you will be typing all your code in. If you type out here, it will come up as a syntax error, and it will have no idea what you are doing. Even if you're calling out to a real method in this, which this is a real method, it will not work if you run it, and it shows up as a syntax error. So you want to be coding in here generally. Now, after you got your shell down, you can name it, and I just named it Hello World. Make sure you don't have any spaces, because again, that will come up as a syntax error, because it reads it as one line of code, and if it's more than one, it's going to be thinking you're referencing to something like a different object or program. It's just going to confuse the program enormously. Can't talk. But inside this, we have something called the method main, and this is like a class. If you've ever done JavaScript or any other coding language, classes are in all of them. You can call out to these to rerun code, and very helpful. Generally, when you do something, when you create code, what you're going to do is create your method main and then call it out at the end. But we're not going to be doing that method, because that's if you're going to create something complex, like for a search engine kind of, and by that I mean kind of defined a specific word in a bunch of other words. That is basically how they've created virus scanners in a very small scale. But like I said, we're just going to be figuring out how to print out hello world. Now, there are two ways to do it. You can start off by just using the simple command print, and what that will do is, if you've ever done JavaScript, it's like console.log. It will just tell the computer, I want you to write this out on the screen. That's it. Now, after that, you want to put parentheses and another parentheses to close it, and a semicolon, and another nope, not semicolon. I cannot talk. Quotation or some, yeah, quotation. And inside this, you'll put your words. So the quotations basically define it as a string, and the parentheses will tell the computer whatever's in here I want to define as something, and the quotations will define a string. So print, okay, computer, I want you to write this out on the screen. Now, whatever's inside these parentheses, I want you to write out or define. And by write out, the computer can think of lots of different meanings. Like basically define is the main thing, and define for the computer is just realize it, like think of it. It doesn't always mean go unless you tell it to, and print is telling it to go and display it. But inside these, after we defined it as a string, we can write what we want as our string. Hello, comma, world. Now, this is just how I spell it. You don't have to spell it anything like this. This is your own sentence you've created. Now, this can be whatever you want. You can have it say whatever you want. It's just basically printing out on the screen what it says. So it's just like writing a paragraph on paper. Now, what's next? Oh, that's the first method, and that's the simplest method, but we want to go into defining a variable. Now in Phrogram, they make it very easy for us. All we have to do is define, and then the name of our variable, which I'm going to name it hello, and we want to do as, which is saying define this hello, which, I'll explain it after we've created it, so just kind of suspend belief for a second as we write this down. We want to define it as a string, equals semicolon to define as a string for a second time, and hello world. Okay, we got that done. Now let's explain this. Define is basically saying, okay, create a cup, give me a cup. I'm going to put something in it, and then we're going to label the cup hello. That's when we put our name in. We also want the cup to be a string, so we want the cup to hold a specific item, and that specific item is text. Now, the text that it's holding, after an equal sign and semicolons to show that it is a string, the text that's holding is hello world. So now we just defined a cup that we can call back to at any time that will give us hello world. Now, to call back to it, we have to do one more line of code. We have to do print, and same thing, parentheses, and inside that, semicolon, not semicolon, quotation, and inside that, well, actually, we do not need to do quotation this time, and I'll give you 10 seconds to find out the reason. Okay, just pause it and come up with a reason, but I'll tell you the reason right now. Because we've already defined this hello cup as a string, so we don't need to define it a second time. So all we have to do is put in hello, and that will get rid of all that crappy red mountains, and this is a perfect line of code. And if we match this up, it basically is the same thing, except we didn't name the program in this. And that is how you create a variable and call back to display your variable. So if we run it, you gotta save it, which is kind of annoying, but I'll just pick a random spot, Phrogram, and practice, and I'll put it as hello world. And what this will do is say hello world. There you go. That is the tutorial. I hope you like it, guys. Keep watching, subscribe, please do. Helps a lot. Comment if you're confused on some stuff, and I can send you some videos that will help you maybe understand. This was Quinn Action FX, and stay tuned for the next episode.